The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Straight ahead tonight, good news. The Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade will go on and all groups will appear on Bay. Also tonight, does the United States withholding the identity of the Bahamian official indicate their lack of trust in the Davis administration? Well, former Prime Minister Dr. Minnis seems to think so. Question tonight, do you agree? And later in tonight's show, Ian Thomas and Direct Marketers is here. You know, we're in the middle of December now, a few more shopping days before Christmas. Pull up a chair, grab a pen, take some notes of where the best deals are. It's all straight ahead for you this evening. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening, I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, Junkanoo lovers can breathe a sigh of relief following an announcement earlier today that the country's biggest cultural show will go on as planned. Culture Minister Mario Boleg revealing this much as he also brought to an end concerns that Junkanoo Group members who fear that their time, their resources, and efforts went down the drain. Jose Etienne has the latest tonight.
2024 Boxing Day and the 2025 New Year's Day parades will proceed as planned and managed by the JCNP.
The Junkanoo shows will go on. This as Culture Minister Mario Boleg sought to quell doubts about the upcoming parades being kicked to the curb due to the JCNP's grievances.
Junkanoo is more than a parade. It is the heartbeat of our Bahamian culture.
Junkanoo fans were left biting their nails after JCNP's chairman, Dion Miller, threatened to cancel the parades on the heels of a government-issued statement which noted that the Trevor Davis-led faction of the Valley Boys will be participating in the A category for the upcoming parades. While that's no longer the case, here's what Boleg had to say.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, through its relevant government agencies, has the authority to register all Junkanoo groups. And as such, the Way Forward group is registered to participate in both upcoming parades.
Miller accused the offices of the Prime Minister and Attorney General of reportedly colluding to go against Junkanoo rules set by the JCNP by placing the Davis-led Valley Boys in the A category. This as the Davis-led group was previously assigned by the corporation to participate in the upcoming parades in the fun category. Some argue that Miller's concerns about alleged political interference were valid, given that Davis and the country's chief, Prime Minister Philip Davis, are related.
They were brothers before he became the Prime Minister, and they were brothers all these times while Trevor Davis was rushing with the United Valley Boys. So the point that where he is now, as a separated fraction from the Valley Boys, or the Prime Minister being the Prime Minister, has nothing to do with it. But that's how we think as Bahamians.
What about Miller's claims, though, that Boleg was blindsided by government's decision to allow both Valley Boys factions to compete in the A category?
The government is one body. Once the government speaks, we speak.
And just to be clear,
in accordance with the rules of the JCNP, the Way Forward Junkanoo Group is recognized as a participant only and not a group for competition.
While the Davis-led group will be participating for fun, that group received $30,000 in seed funding, an amount usually given to groups in the A category. The Davis administration faced scathing criticisms over that decision, but it appears neither side has gotten a piece of the pie.
The world-famous Valley Boys has been advised by this ministry that as long as this matters before the court, neither of them will receive any funding because we don't know who is the Valley Boys.
You have it. As long as the matter is before the courts, neither Valley Boy faction rather gets that $30,000. So these guys will be going to Bay, whether in sponsorship or kind of on their own. We're gonna get to the bottom of this first by getting just an initial reaction from the Valley Boys, particularly the one that perhaps stirred the pot. The Trevor Davis faction of the Valley Boys, the way forward is being called at the moment. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, Devin Jones. Devin Jones is a member of the Valley Boys. He also is the spokesperson for the group. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Listen, first of all, just reaction on what, after months of wrangling and back and forth and threats and all the rest of it, now a decision has been reached. Listen, you can rush, everybody can appear on Bay, but this sort of new group appearing on Bay will have to come into the fun category, into that participatory sort of category.
Well, naturally, we're very disappointed. Our members, I can assure you, it was met with tremendous shock after we saw the level of support that we had from the greater community as well as the government as it relates to our being able to participate as an A group. And I think that we had a well-founded position. But in recent times, for whatever reasons, many reasons, after we had an opportunity to meet with the JCMP, they laid out their position, which we don't agree with, and I could expound a little more on that. But fortunately, at the end of the day, I think from a cultural standpoint, I'm happy that we'll be able to show the Bahamian people all the work and effort that we've put in without any support from the government or seed money, if you will. And we were unable, because of all this uncertainty, we were unable to even get a proper sponsor. Mm-hmm. We've had sponsors, fortunately, like Think Simple and Breezes, who've helped us along the way, but we were unable to get an official sponsor.
Yeah, because there's been a whole lot of uncertainty until earlier today.
Right. I mean, and just leading back to the beginning of all of this, I guess I should probably help by explaining where this whole thing started. The intent was never to be two separate groups.
What was the intent?
The intent,
you've lost the meaning and the message and everything along the way. Because Jesus, this has been a rough journey
right,
to tonight, right? So the thing is, I mean, what were you all trying to do? Were you all trying to be rebel rousers?
No.
Were you trying to disrupt the whole historic, wonderful Valley Boys? What was the intent?
To be very honest with you, had this not started with Trevor and his campaign, I probably would have been right there under Brian. I only come to Rush, have a good time, I ring out bells or do costumes with my sons, and that's it. I'll go right back to life after Junkanoo. I am an avid Junkanoo. I've been doing it from 1988. So people don't know this, but Trevor, the first time I went into the shack in Malcolm Garage in 1988, Trevor was there. Trevor did dances. People don't know that. People think he just
showed up and
they don't understand that Trevor's
he's trying to use his connections.
He's won off the shoulder. He's won best costume. He's done this. All these things he's done already. So this whole thing started. Trevor used to sponsor the backline shirts, Alpha Sounds, every year with the Valley Boys, right? And as you know, with Junkanooers, they don't have any problem expressing their grievance with anything.
No,
so people started complaining a lot. The Valley Boys, historically, very, very successful group, very high standards. So we started to see a lot of things slipping, like material, just quality of work. A lot of people leaving the group because disgruntled, low morale. So Trevor approached then
because the group appeared to sort of be directionless and then when winning seemed to be like far-fetched, then people start saying, hold up, what's up?
What's up, right? So I think just to summarize this, Trevor pretty much started pulling a lot of the shacks, talking to them, and the feedback was significantly concerning that low morale, materials, just management, creativity. So he approached it then, the management and Brian and I presume Cisco, and just shared, they could hear these things, guys. Can we just address these things? And he was told, they looked at it and he's told, okay, give us 2 weeks and we'll get back to you. Well, they never got back to him, and he said, so when he eventually went and asked him about it, they said that, well, I don't have to answer to you, right? And that's where this whole thing started. So this movement is from the people. This isn't necessarily from Trevor trying to be ambitious.
So this was in Trevor figuring he can flex his muscles and
absolutely not.
He can take over, he can show you all.
I can assure you, anyone who's in the Junkanoo world knows that leading a Junkanoo group is not a fun thing to do. It's a labor of love. Because I can assure you, even in this exercise, if you don't come out on the winning end or with some good news, people are going to complain about it. So he did it really for his love of the group. And I think that is commendable. So I had to share with the people at the JCMP last night that this is, even though it's been painted as two separate groups, that was never the intent. When we approached the JCMP to register the Valley Boys, it was simply because the majority of the people of the Valley Boys said, we do not want Brian Adley as a leader. I don't have a problem with Brian. I don't have a problem with Cisco. Quite frankly, I just not come to the fore. Like I said, I would have been in the Valley Boys because I don't have a problem with the Valley Boys. But by and large, if you go to any of our practices, you will see 75 to 80% of the Valley Boys are with the way forward. That's what it is. I mean,
wait a minute, even, and I know you all have had a couple of hours to let this sort of new decision and structure set in. Even with knowing that they will be rushing simply as participants, they are not discouraged, they intend to show up?
The people said once they are not rushing under Brian Adley, they're prepared to rush. That's what it is. And I think our group has enabled, as coined the mantra simply, the imposters will be exposed on December 26th, on Boxing Day. When we show up, the fans will be able to see who are the real Valley Boys and who are wearing Valley Boy t-shirts. That's what I believe is going to happen. I mean, and it's unfortunate because I see this as an exploitation of our culture. I mean, we don't own this, right? And I really believe that had both sides been able to have a conversation and settle down, and I shared this with the chairman of the JCNP last night, I think where they erred was they rejected our registration and accepted Brian's registration. So Brian felt that he did not have to come to the table and have a negotiation. He simply said, y'all want me to have an election. I refuse to have an election. I'm going to be the leader, and you're not going to hold me accountable. I'm going to do what I want. So when we came to the table, because don't forget, Bahamar was the title sponsor. So we were at the table with Bahamar, and they said, we're not going to sponsor Fractured Valley Boys. If you guys work together, we'll sponsor you. If not, we're not going to sponsor you. That's why they're not at the table anymore. So it's that bad that you would rather fly the plane into the wall, lose a major sponsor like Bahamar, than simply sit at the table and work. Because we said, hey, look, you guys can put people at the board. Each side can have people at the board. We'll have an election next March 2025 and let the people decide. No, we don't want to do that. So this notion of the way forward is a separate group. There's no way over. We are the Valley Boys. And that's the way we see it.
So you're not backing down from that?
Oh, absolutely not. We're the Valley Boys. Absolutely not. There's no this way forward that people starting to call. We are the Valley Boys, and that's what it will remain. And they could, because Brian even said in an interview, I'm sure many people would have seen it, and if you know Brian, he said, everybody wants to be a Valley Boy. If one leaves, five will come. I took total offense to that. If one leaves, five will come. And what they did is anyone who wanted to be a Valley Boy, and that's what they did. They called up people who rush with the Congos, rush with this, rush with that, fly the people from Freeport and put Valley Boy t-shirts on them. That's fine. But I'm going to tell you, you will see the quality when they hit the road. And I just hope that they could deliver for the Bahamian people and the fans the way they're saying that they're the Valley Boys. That's what they say.
How does Trevor feel, though? I mean, this started as something that's noble, that, hey, listen, the back line first started complaining to him, who he has a relationship with for years, and said, Trevor, here are some things that we just can't move forward with. So he took that to say, well, you know what, let me galvanize and see how people really feel before I would even try express this to leadership. Then it turned into, man, you was brave, brother. You doggone trying to use politics to somehow work this in your favor, to twist this, to make this ugly, to just to show that, hey, you could do it. How does he feel? And I know he's getting ready for Bay because now, you all are obviously headed to Bay Street, but how does he feel with everything and the narrative that's been painted and how maybe he is viewed?
I will tell you, I have a whole new level of respect for Trevor Davis after what he's endured over the last 6 months. Because again, this started as a very noble venture to try to say, I'm going to save the group that I love and help. He never said he wanted to oust anyone. He never said he wanted to kick anyone out of the group. He is resolute, and one of the things that really made me very proud on the call we had this morning, he has a tremendous support system around him, people who've been in the group 30, 40, 50 years, who's supporting him on his journey. So nobody is jumping ship. Everybody understands this cause is bigger than Bay. So we are going to stand by him. But Trevor's resolute. He's up at 6:30 and he's pushing. And this has been his life really for the last 6 months, 7 months or so. So I think that, of course, he's not thrilled by the news, but he feels, I mean, I've never known Trevor to be so religious. He's sending me Bible scriptures and saying, we go win in the end. This is like the story of Moses, and we can deliver these people.
The children of Israel, Trevor praying.
Yeah.
What can the nation, Junkanooers, those in the stands watching and streaming, viewing on television, wherever they would see it, what can they expect from this first showing on Bay?
Well, I think this, I wouldn't call it the first showing, it'll be the Valley Boys.
That's true. Continue.
It'll be the Valley Boys of old, the Valley Boys they know and love. The standard of costuming, all the builders that they would remember, Bay and Boy, Rat, who've been around a long time, they've all come back because they know all these people didn't want to work with Brian. Gold is back. We have many people who in the group, you're going to see a spectacular performance, a spectacular level of costuming. The girls, the Bellas, I think that everyone is in for a great treat, and it's sad to see that this was almost denied based on just people with selfish motives. And one more thing I would add, I think that the JCMP, even though they tried, I think they're well out of touch with what's going on to be able to manage Junkanoo. If we're going to maintain this as a culture that's going to grow, I think that they need to be a little more understanding of the reality of life. And sometimes if they're overseeing groups, they have to understand that things happen and they got to be a little more reasonable and open the door so you could understand when things are being manipulated. Because it happened to us today, it could be the Saxons tomorrow, it could be one family the day after that. As long as a group decides that they want to create a narrative and spin it, and that's what happened. And that's what Brian did. So one of the JCMP members pulled me on the side last night and said to me, the mistake y'all made is y'all thought Brian is going to get embarrassed. Nothing embarrasses him. He doesn't care. They said that to me. So they know what they're dealing with. And they don't care, because as far as they're concerned, you got a weaker Valley Boy, so better chance to win.
That's the thing.
But you don't have to judge us. The people will say, but
Yeah.
I'm still thrilled and happy that they prepared to let us do it. And one more thing, they said that they were going to, even though Brian painted the story, I guess, that people are threatening him and whatnot. So there will be police who will be with every group, and they said they'll treat us like a group who's participating with the parade. We'll have an area where we can be safe and comfortable, and they'll be moving with us throughout the route.
That's important.
I thought that was very
that's important, particularly in still a hostile environment, that people want to know it's going to be safe if they are to rush with you or the Brian faction. And then just in the whole parade, just until tensions come down. That's good to know that the Royal Bahamas Police Force will step up and make and sort of be present in there as the rush happens in the various rest areas and all the rest of it. Very, very good to know that. Thank you very much. And by the way, I want to say this, multiple attempts have been made by this host to get an interview and speak with the Brian Adderley faction, none of which have materialized. Just so that we know that it's always a level playing field here. And so again, you heard Devin Jones that the Valley Boys will be on Bay Street, both of them will be on Bay Street. This faction though, in the fun category, but it's going to be fun, but it's going to be business, Devin says. So listen, again, thank you very much for stopping by this evening. Good to know that everything is resolved, and you all will obviously pick this up as you move on later on, but thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Don't go anywhere. Some hot topics, opinions on this when we come back after the break. Stay close.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Stop! Fucking car! Man, why this car break up, man? This car dirty and the car place right across from this dude, zero down.
At Montague Motors, we offer a wide variety of vehicles for an affordable price.
Well, look at you, man. This is a brand new car. You can't talk to you no more.
Montague Motors is located on Village Road North, just before the Shirley Street stoplight.
You work hard to provide for and protect the ones you love. However, life can present unexpected challenges. Who you call in times of need matters. Insurance Management is a Bahamian-owned company that has been serving our community for over 40 years, offering a wide range of coverage for all of your personal, professional, and commercial needs. When life happens, rest easy knowing that our skilled and experienced agents are there for you in your time of need, so that you can get back to what matters most. Insurance Management. Nobody does it better.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come, experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
It's the most luckiest time of the year. There'll be things that are spinning and cash prizes winning. Just Big Bang is here. It's the most luckiest time. Yes, the most luckiest time. Oh, the most luckiest time of the year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Island Luck.
Time of the year.
24 electric vehicles, EV Motors, powering your journey.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, you saw at the top of the Tonight Show that Junkanoo is a go, and all groups, including the Way Forward Valley Boys, will be on Bay Street. Of course, they will be in the fun category as a display group that's entering Bay Street for the first time. Oh man, it's been a lot to get to this point, right? Well, we're going to jump right in here this evening. The Hot Topics panel is here, and they have opinions on that and a whole lot more. So we're going to get started. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, our contributors, Michael Turnquest and Ellington Ferguson. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening, Bahamas. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening, Bahamas. Pleasure to be back.
Absolutely. Good to have you both. Gentlemen, first of all, this soap opera was really a soap opera for a moment, huh? But again, everybody is sort of like, because Junkanoo shall happen. You know, those leaders.
Exhale.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The various leaders were threatening and very seriously of, okay, we can't postpone it being postponed. We just ain't gonna show up. But obviously the story is different this evening.
Yeah. So I mean, Shanique, like we said, sometime back on the show, I think this is going to boil down. I think the precedents what been set with the other groups in terms of what's broken off is what's happened now. You're seeing, usually when you break off from a group, you go in the B category as a fun group and then you work your way on up. I think now when you talk about who actually owns the name Valley Boys, and that's something that now is going to be settled in the courts. And it's, it's something which should be, because at the end of the day, I think, there was in 2019, the government then would have basically sent out gazetted a bill for NGOs to be registered by a certain date. And that was for all cultural groups. And this did not happen. But now, everyone, and the government is wrong in a way, because you should have enforced that from 2019 or 20, whenever you give them the date to register by. Mm-hmm. And now this is why we're in the problem that we have now. The government, whether it's been 2022 or 2020, we are now 2023, 2024, yep, that's right. They should have, from last year, stopped giving the seed money to those who were not properly registered. True. Based on the legislation that went out in 2019, and then said, hey, if you're not registered, as we said back in 2019,
you don't qualify.
You don't qualify, and you're not going to appear on Bay. And So the government is a part of why we've gotten ourselves to where we are today. And, like I said, the way we did business 30 years ago is not the way that business is done today.
Including for NGOs or whatever they were registered at, youth groups, etc. Everything now is called into greater account, greater scrutiny, and then there must be a sort of accountability for government, for the membership, for the nation. And so Junkanoo again, and we have seen this same case has proven to all of us, Junkanoo has to come up to 2025. And because it requires more. It's grown beyond where it started with rushing up and down Bay Street with newspapers on, etc., to this major cultural expression, Ellington. So therefore, everything, the operation, the management, the structure, the order of groups, the transparency in groups must match.
Absolutely, Shanique. And I hope that this highlights some inefficiencies and some things that needs to be done post-haste, and that both the government, the JCNP, and all Junkanoo groups would do what is necessary to bring everything up to speed, to bring some kind of structure to these groups, and to make sure that these things doesn't happen in the future going forward. It's unfortunate that this whole saga had to take place, and well, thankfully the JCNP got their way, because this is what they were proposing initially, that the Trevor Davis's group rush as a fun group. And the minister wanted both groups to rush in the A category group, and that caused a little furor and a little storm. I think from the beginning, they all should have gotten together like they did this past couple of days and really come to this one understanding rather than all this threat. And I never appreciate the threat of withholding Junkanoo or suspending Junkanoo because of the Valley Boys issue. I think that was a little unfortunate for them to kind of hold the country hostage in that manner. But going forward, hopefully they learn from this and the legislators enforce what laws are supposed to be in place, and the Junkanoo groups bring themselves up to speed. And let's go on, let's continue to develop this cultural event and continue to spread it throughout the world as a great Junkanoo culture that it is.
That's the thing that defines us. Remember, gentlemen,
Absolutely.
Michael and Ellington, that there a handful of years ago, the Washington Post, I believe it was, declared that Junkanoo really is like a worldwide event. It is
event.
Yeah, renowned worldwide event, right? And that it's sort of the #1 cultural, if we could just treat it that way,
Absolutely.
respect it that way, position it that way, it has the potential to be this sort of global attraction.
Exactly.
But Shanique, sometimes you need things like this to actually push governments, as well as to make sure compliance, KYC, and all of the, everybody has their ducks aligned. And I think after this parade, next year you're going to see all these groups being forced to do what needs to be done, because we're seeing Junkanoo politics at its finest, and that's all this is. This is Junkanoo politics, because if in the Valley Boys what was being done, what's supposed to be done was done, we wouldn't have been where we are. Where they were having elections every year. I think you just have members of a certain group. They're just tired of what they've been going through for the past couple of years, and they said, something like enough is enough. Either we're going to be transparent with us or show us certain things. If not, we'll go ahead and do it ourselves. And
And going forward, Shanique, the Valley Boys can be credited for causing there to be some change. I'm sure that there's going to be some change from the government, the JCNP, and all other concerned. And I think this whole saga with the Valley Boys would be able to be credited for causing the change and causing some new things to come into place.
I agree, because this group in particular, it's the oldest, most winning group, and that's on the line right now in this season. But the thing is, they're falling behind. You see other Junkanoo organizations who are leading in regards to having their ducks in a row.
Absolutely.
That other group, for example, One Family, is doing really just an amazing job in having structured themselves as an organization, have all these things in place, transparency, elections, all the rest of it.
And that's a group that came out of these major groups.
This is a power struggle. This is all this is.
Yes,
People get a hold of power, and then when the money starts to come through, nobody wants to let go.
Nobody wants to be accountable as to how these funds are spent and disbursed.
I don't know if it's accountable, but I just think it's a power struggle. Hey, people feel as though they feel a sense of ownership. These type of non-profit organizations, there is no ownership in these. Now you see, like, for example, Trevor Davis, for him registering the name, he doesn't own that name. It just every year when elections take place, which they should, and the government should ensure that these things happen, and in terms of compliance and things of that sort. And they have to move on. They have to change names on bank accounts, things of that sort every year. And people then who came after, they have to do audits. And it's just a trickle down effect. Just keep going on and on.
So will you guys be in the stands this Boxing Day? I was planning on rushing. That is still sort of debatable, and I haven't fully decided as yet.
Why is that?
I just, first of all, there's been a lot going on with all of this back and forth.
Yes.
Then I don't have my costume yet. You know, that kind of way.
That's what you all normally do. People start pacing, a couple days before Junkanoo,
No, but my God.
And I expect that out of you, you.
The mirror?
You never on time. So that's I expect you more than like you start 2 days before Junkanoo and you be out there,
I'll have you know that I rushed with the Valley Boys 6 seasons in choreograph. And we were absolutely ready.
Were you in the shock hours before getting?
No.
At no time?
No. But I paid to have things done. You understand? I've been a working reporter for a minute, so I paid to have things done. I couldn't always hang out in the shop, but I also enjoy tricking. Like, I enjoy that, so I did some of that. Really, it's just listen, the whole thing is an experience and it's so much fun. And so I'm still deciding, because if we go out as fun, then do you need to be fully costumed?
Which?
Let's just read. Let's just move on.
You just said.
I could be fun in a big head. I could be fun on my own. But
I just wondering which one you were going with. Were you going with the fun group or the or the A group? So that's what I was trying. I was just trying to figure which side of the vibe you were on.
Just say you're going with the Valley.
I'm going with the Valley Boys.
She said the fun group.
I go with the Valley. Ellington is you I like around here. I want that out there. I just need it known.
Read between the lines.
I go with the Valley. Yes. So listen, gentlemen. Moving forward, though, former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis says that the failure by the United States to warn this Davis administration of that indictment that was disclosed and revealed a few weeks ago shows lack of faith in the administration. He's referring, of course, to the Fed's indictment, an ongoing investigation involving a high-level police and defense force officer, civilians, and reportedly even a politician. Gentlemen, before you all jump in, I'd like to read a response to Dr. Minnis from PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell. He says the former Prime Minister is condemned by his own illogical logic. He claims that because the United States did not warn the Prime Minister in advance of the recent indictment, this demonstrates a lack of trust in Prime Minister Davis. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This is Fred Mitchell. He bases this faulty deduction on the fact that he was warned by the Americans when he was Prime Minister in 2020 on another matter, not this indictment. Oh, I thought it was this indictment. The indictment says this operation ran by the Americans without the knowledge of Bahamian officials began in May 2021, while he was still Prime Minister. They say they didn't tell the government of the Bahamas. By his logic, then the Americans didn't trust him either. So is he lying or are they lying? And if they did not tell him, the indictment says they didn't, does he not have to explain to the Bahamian public why he did nothing about it? Pardon me, if they told him about the indictment, and the indictment says that no official was told, does he not then have to explain to the Bahamian public why he did nothing about it when he was Prime Minister? I really feel sorry for Dr. Minnis. He is obviously punch drunk politically from that blow upside his head. Well, of course, that's Fred Mitchell being the chairman with all the rest of that. But gentlemen, your thoughts on exactly how this is playing out. I'll tell you this. I feel as though Dr. Minnis either say what it is he wants to say very plainly, put it out there, or say nothing at all. This sort of dropping little hints here and there, and I really thought it was about this indictment he was speaking of. But the point is, though, like Dr. Minnis, none of us are being done a favor by sort of just sprinkling a few crumbs here and there about this. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Shanique, on this particular matter, I mean, it's, I guess in a way, I don't know, I think Dr. Minnis has kind of hinted to, nobody knew was it this indictment or not, but I do find it interesting that, we can't do what has happened in our country, we can't do in any other country.
Hell no.
In terms of, whereas we can't go anywhere and investigate without advising the U.S. in terms of what's taking place. Now, one does beg to question, why is it that the U.S., when we have this huge, nice new embassy here, with more than ample staff to inform the government of the Bahamas in terms of what's taking place on our own soil, in terms of whether it be persons of interest, things of that sort. So, at first when I heard Dr. Menace made the comments, I did ask myself the question, well, why, if they told you something, why wouldn't they told, the current administration, which leads one to believe that, okay, maybe it is true that there's, no trust or something of that sort, or maybe they're investigating somebody. But now when you say it was some other indictment, and why didn't they actually, then one might ask, well, maybe is it somebody, it's just maybe some top official, maybe who knows, maybe it's which government it is that they're referring to, it's a lot of unknowns that, it's hard to...
And so therefore, because there's so many unknowns, because of the ramifications of it, don't play with it.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing to try gain political points of. No.
Yeah.
Let us all stand still and watch this play out.
Because nobody knows whose name is going to be called.
That's what I'm saying. So your hands clean? Shh. Let's just see this play out.
Absolutely, Shanique. I think it's unfortunate, and I have the greatest respect and admiration for former Prime Minister Menace. I think it's unfortunate that he seek to take this route. I mean, if they told you something, I would think that it's your duties. They didn't tell you that as this my boy, this my friend. They tell you that as the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, not as Hubert Menace. They told you that as the Prime Minister of the Bahamas. And if they did, then it is your responsibility in the transition of power when you were coming out of office to give that to the incoming Prime Minister. If that is not the case, I don't think you're doing this whole situation any help, any good, by you sprinkling these little crumbs here and there as to say that, to try to cast aspiration, a negative aspersion on the government of the Bahamas. I think it's wrong. You said in your statement that maybe they don't trust them, or you said maybe they are investigating them. I think that is wrong. That is irresponsible for you as a former leader of this nation to say, sir, it should not have been said. We're dealing with this. We're dealing with a situation where this probably even was entrapment whole thing where, because the U.S., they will put their people in and start making these offers and all that kind of stuff, because I'm sure that if the guys in the South create a product, somebody on mainland U.S. has ordered those products, okay, to purchase those products.
Oh, that's where the demand is.
Okay, so that's where it's going to.
So
we hear about the people in the South, we hear about the Bahamian people connection. We're not hearing about the U.S. connection where they were headed to.
The U.S. is
absolutely.
Entrapment is always the case.
And there's been too much of that
of the time.
where we begin to dumbing down ourselves. We're all bad, and we got too much of Bahamians saying this. We're no good. We're corrupt and all. No.
And that is why.
But just FYI, you come and try. I say, telling you no. Just don't come to me. You don't have to be wasting your time.
You see?
Saying what, Michael? Don't come to you what?
Whatever. I ain't buying nothing. I ain't selling nothing.
Yeah. So and we've got to be careful of this as a nation.
And the thing is, don't fall for sort of that trick to then turn on each other.
Absolutely.
Whoever is guilty, some of them already in New York right now. I imagine, or in some state facility, because they are being investigated, and I didn't hear anything about them being released. So therefore, the truth will further come out. We know the feds take their time with their investigations and sort of, I guess, completing something before they take it to court. Well, we'll see what that is. But to turn and say that we are a country of crooks, when all this here is being serviced to the great neighbors to the north.
But a lot of it
to facilitate them.
A lot of it is us basically, going back to educating our Bahamians. You hear it in the airports playing. Don't. If somebody asks you to take something for them, you say no. If somebody asks you to do certain things, you just say no. We just tend to be gullible, and people ask us, and hey, what you think about this? Or could you go pick that up for me? And next minute you don't know what it is, and you up inside a bag, or you say, they ask someone who who asked you. And then you just get caught up and you know nothing. You say, I don't know what's inside this bag. And sometimes that's what happens a lot.
And let me caution the opposition, please stop sensationalizing this as it relates to who this possible high-ranking member of government may be. Obviously, they call all the names of the persons who they have suspect and who they might be asking for extradition. They ain't call this person's name. Obviously, they don't have sufficient information. They just trying to investigate and do their process. Allow them to do their process, and let's just watch and see how things plays out.
Well, it doesn't seem like the government know who it is as well. So everybody,
the government doesn't know, and nobody knows.
Everybody's fishing in the dark.
So let's just, you know,
yeah, gentlemen.
calm heads.
Absolutely. We just have to wait this one out, and in the meantime, don't turn on each other. You know, like
absolutely.
The Lord of the Flies, when everybody start turning on each other. Don't
the
let's
Lord
do
of the
that.
Flies?
Remember that story a long time? Like
the first time I ever know.
Oh my God, you guys! The Lord of the Flies. I think it's a movie or a book. Listen. Shh. Let's just move on. I thank you both very, very much. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers joins me right here on Beyond the Headlines. Back in a moment.
Michelle.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, K. Michelle. December the 28th, I'm going to be in the Bahamas. I'm coming to sing some songs. Yes, Bahamas, K. Michelle.
We gonna light some candles tonight.
Life Jennings.
Yo, what's up? Nassau, Bahamas. Life Jennings is performing December 28th.
And Jay Holiday.
Yo, what's good, man? It's me, your boy Jay Holiday. I'm going to be performing live on Saturday, December 28th.
At the Nassau Cruise Port. Early bird tickets are now available online. Powered by 103.5 The Beat. Nightlife Entertainment. Alpha Sound Promotions. Free Bands Entertainment. 242 Party and Playhouse.
See y'all. Bahamas, December 28th.
Cashmas time, here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra chair. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Bay. Friends we trust, they we know. Cashmas time, here we go. Prizes and lots of dough. This Christmas, come catch a lick with 20 on your account. Quick, quick, quick. And you can win some awesome stuff at Percy's Island Bay. Yeah.
Get ready to win Lucky Bucks. Wherever you see this taxi, flag it down.
The boy hard, beating so hard, I will be hard.
I'm looking for my first contestant to ride in the Lucky Taxi.
You walk in the taxi, you got to do the Lucky Walk, man.
Thanks.
Man, thank you, sir. 85 times 2 is how much, brother? You leave with $170, brother.
I never expected to win as much as I win.
Bang along.
Very excited when the gentleman picked me to ride inside the taxi.
So if I had to choose a game that would stay, it would be Island of Taxi.
You could be next on the Island Lucky Taxi.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, you guys know it's Thursday evening. The weekend is just here, and even more. Really, it's just like a few more shopping days until the big day, Christmas Day. And so Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers is here to just kind of give you the best ideas of where the best shopping is in the lead up to Christmas. Ian, good evening to you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Wonderful to see you.
Good evening, Shanique Miller.
Good evening, Bahamas. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. That's the right way? 552-0212?
Yes, right there, yes.
You got it. 552-0212. You guys got to give me a call, man. My time is limited once again. Shanique Miller, I'm so happy to be here with you. I got some friends, they always say, hey, Ian, listen here. Tell Shanique Miller we love her on Beyond the Headlines, but I think she should appear on the Food Channel. And I said, why? They say, because she's a pie.
I knew it. Listen,
Sean,
y'all. Just pie for no reason. Just a pie at all.
I say leave her.
But I knew it was something stupid. But I always just wait. I just wait.
Come on, for crying out loud.
No, I wait.
Listen, okay, so I got to jump straight into this. Best car, best rates. It's a car rental company, and they are located, I guess, everywhere because it's a car company, and they'll probably drop off to you. So if you're living on the Family Islands and you're coming to Nassau for any odd reason, maybe to get verified, or maybe you have to go to a doctor's appointment or whatever, you don't want to be bothering people, you want to get your own car to be rented, you want to call Best Car, Best Rates. Their phone number is 434-0911. That's a pretty easy number. 434-0911. Give them a call. You won't find rates like this anywhere else on the island. For as low as $239 a week, you can go ahead and rent yourself a family, you can rent yourself a car as low as $239 a week. If you want something bigger, you can get yourself a family van at $89 a day. No matter what you need, they've got all the vehicles down there and for you to rent. Let's just say you want a small regular car that can cost you only as $45 a day, or upgrade to a 5-seater, $59 a day. And those who desire more space, you can get yourself a 6-seater minivan at $89 a day, or an 8-seater. That's, you get a lot of people. 8-seater for only $99 a day. So these are really good prices. Let me give you the phone number again. That's Best Cars, Best Rates, 434-0911. 434-0911. Give them a call. Like I said, if you're coming to Nassau, you want to do that. You know, you're tired taking loaners from people. Look here, I need a ride home from work or someplace. They ran there. Come $3, come $5 for gas. You don't want no time for that. Rent your own car. Now, individuals out there who are thinking about purchasing a car for this time of the year, maybe for yourself or for your loved one, maybe a young one's going to UB or something like that, you want to get a nice little decent car, you can get yourself there. Now they have 2 cars left. I sold 4 cars for them last week. Well, let's say we sold them together. It's a team effort. They got their self left a Suzuki Swift. It's licensed and insured. The price was $9,500. They dropped it to $7,959. That's a Suzuki Swift. You can buy this 2015 Suzuki Swift, $7,959. They also have a 2019 Cube. I've never even seen a 19 Cube. I've seen like 14s and 15s. They had this for $9,500. They dropped it to $8,900. Ladies and gentlemen, these are really good price, or great prices, I should say. That's Best Car, Best Rates. The phone number is 434-0911. And I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you something different. Since I work along with some lending facilities, I can get you connected with them. I can't call their names because they're not sponsoring Shanique's show tonight. But as long as you're a government worker, Atlantis or quasi, you can qualify for a salary deduction with no money down. So you want one of those cars, Best Car, Best Rates, 434-0911. Get cars for rental, and you can purchase a car. Those 2 wonderful cars that they have down there. Shanique Miller, last time I was here, I know you eat healthy. You know, you exercise, you drink a lot of water, and all that good stuff. And just by looking at you, I can tell that you're probably a big juicer. You probably juice regularly. You know, I know you like to eat healthy, and you just like to be healthy and everything. So Tasty by Instant Oats, that's another thing you can add to your regimen to keep you looking great, beautiful skin.
You actually gave me a bag of oats.
I know. I hope you eat them oats, you know.
Yes, yeah, you gave me.
I hope you eat them oats.
You gave me.
What are some of the things my clients were so impressed about how deep you went in the usage of oats. Yeah. Can you tell the people once again, what are some of the health benefits that you've experienced by taking oats? And I mean, Tasty by Instant Oats is the company that we're talking about, but what are some of the benefits for taking eating oats?
I mean,
using oats.
The benefits are known, are widely known. Go and do a Google yourself, but I'll just want to maybe, how about suggest a healthy recipe? You all know sugar is the enemy. It's up. I don't even just mean for your waistline. It's not at all healthy. So if you want to still enjoy a sweet treat, Here's a wonderful recipe for you. Make your own biscuits. It's a breakfast biscuit. It's a snack. It's after the workout, before the workout, where you can sort of use from bananas and flax seeds, chia seeds. Have the oats there. Put it all together. Add some walnuts to it. Or there's just whatever you desire in terms of dried fruit and seeds. You put that together right there. Notice I called no sweetener, did I?
No, not at all.
The banana is your sweetener.
Wow.
The banana is your binder. The flax seeds and the chia seeds, you know what they do. They further add as a binder, and you just put them in nice little biscuit sizes and you bake them. Oats is good for so much. It's good for your intestinal tract, your digestive system. Certainly, of course, you know the various other benefits that oats do. Just enjoy your oats. Enjoy your oats. You could even add, if you want a little chocolate flavor to it, add some wonderful cacao powder or cocoa powder to it, and it just gives it wonderful brownie taste. It's just quite super.
That is passion. That is passion. Yes, that's wonderful. Some of the things I can just add on is that heart healthy. It's excellent for your heart.
But I thought you all remembered from last week. So let's just talk your cholesterol level.
Cholesterol.
Your heart health.
Your heart.
Again, I say your digestive system. Why? Because there's soluble and insoluble fiber there. You all don't know the benefits of fiber, but it's super. Fiber keeps things moving. Fiber is extremely healthy for everyone. What are you showing?
I'm showing the box because I gave away all, so I just wanted to let them, as you talk, they can see how it looks.
Well, Justin could come here closer, but just hypertension. Listen to me, you all. You are what you eat. We've got to, in 2025, recommit to exactly what it is we're putting in our mouths. Again, I told you about, everybody loves a snack here and there, right? Change the way you snack, though. How about that? Have oats as the basis and the foundation of all your snacks, and see how further ahead you are the next time you are due for your annual or just feeling good. I'll tell you that it keeps you light.
Yes.
You don't have to feel guilty for cavities. There's no sugar.
No.
Diabetes. There's no sugar. All
cholesterol.
The other cholesterol, hypertension, but all the other things, the other ugly things that sugar feeds, then just scratch those off the list. Because again, I've given you just a healthy recipe for just biscuits. And there you have it.
I love that. And I'm just going to echo everything she says. Heart health, cholesterol. It's ideal for weight management. Your skin. Some people said they use an oat mask. All this wonderful things. I'm going to give you the phone number if you want to order any of Tasty Buy Instant Oats. It's really now become the number one.
Large bag.
A nice large bag. If you want to make an order, the phone number is 424-3826. 424-3826. 434-3826. You can call and you can ask them, hey, listen, where can I go? Where are all the locations I can purchase these oats? My phone's been ringing off the hook now for the past month.
And the good thing is it's available at a number of stores.
Call
Ian and find out.
Well, wait, I'd rather you call the company, but if you want to call the store, the main office, it's 677-5038. 677-5038 or 424-3826. 424-3826, and some lucky person's going to win. Some people are going to win bags of oats, but somebody's going to win a whole case of oats, where it contains about 10. So that's Tasty Oats. Tasty Buys Instant Oats. Check them out on Facebook. Do some more research, and like Shanique Miller just said, along with myself, it's really, really good. It's tasty, just like the name, and it's good for you.
And it's trending because I've seen it online as well. So this bag of oats that's about yay big, it's trending, but it's trending for the right reasons.
Definitely.
Hello, when is health ever trending?
I'm
good healthy foods. This is it.
Shanique Miller, I had some news I was just itching to tell you.
Let me hear it.
One of my clients still has crabs. But it's wonderful. And he says, tell everybody about it. And why?
He wants that out there like that?
Yes, because Bahamian Seafood Connection has great deals on crabs. Everything you get down there. You can get lobster tails. You can get New York strip beefsteak, single rack of lamb, 6-ounce salmon, mahi-mahi, cracked chicken, snow crab clusters. I told you he has crabs. Calamari rings. Snapper, whole chicken, lump crab, shrimp, all those wonderful things. And this is at Bahamian Seafood Connection. Where are they located? They're on Fire Trail Road. You can find them when you head west on Fire Trail Road towards Gladstone Road. Immediately after you pass Epic, which is on the right, they're on the left-hand side after you pass Epic. And you'll see an orange plaza called Fire Trail West Plaza, and that's where you'll find Bahamian Seafood Connection. Let me give you the phone number. The store number, 341-0734. 341-0734, or WhatsApp them. Someone WhatsApp them between tonight and tomorrow, and me and Shanika wake up some fish for you.
Works up most
Listen,
for you. That's right. You know you
right
like your Christmas meals to
Yes.
include some seafood. So go WhatsApp now.
Yes.
Now.
Let me give you the WhatsApp number: 822-6180, 822-6180, 822-6180. That's Bahamian Seafood Connection. And since we live in the Bahamas, they dropped this 2-for-2 package. It's a kit of snapper for $242. Salmon specials every Wednesday, 6-ounce snapper, $5, 8-ounce snapper, $6, plus VAT. A variety of seasonings and spices available. Seafood boiled bags. Isn't that considered healthy also? A seafood boil?
Well, see,
it depends how you
it depends. Absolutely,
you prepare it.
absolutely.
Okay. So the seafood bags, seafood boiled bags, $30 plus VAT. You can get swai, $5 plus VAT. Tenderized conch and lobster for your Christmas stuffing. All this available at Bahamian Seafood Connection. And where is that located? That's located on Fire Trail Road. The number 822-6180, 822-6180. I love that company. That's a great deal.
And I'll tell you, I don't want to take up your time, but like in 2025, let's eat more seafood.
Yeah,
and they make it very, very, very possible because it's really affordable. But let's eat more seafood, less meat, and certainly less red meat.
Yes, that's a wonderful thing. Now, also, Shoe Depot, they are having an incredible thing happening over there. They have the most. They have an enormous selection of new styles arriving all the time for this festive season. Ladies, you get incredible heels and wedges for those seasonal parties. You going to any parties?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to some parties, and you're probably going to go to a couple of balls. You like going to balls?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then that's great. So you got incredible heels and wedges for this seasonal time. You can go to church and all those functions. They got sparkly, sexy, glamorous sandals, plus comfortable casual slippers, plus sketches. Athletics for the gym. You individuals like to go to the gym? This one love exercising. So you can go down there and get some nice footwear down there at Shoe Depot. Let me give you the phone number, man. The Shoe Depot. The phone number is, you can WhatsApp them at 359-0400. 359-0400. Where are they located? They were located in the Golden Gates Plaza and Palmdale Plaza. 2 locations. That's Golden Gates Plaza and the Palmdale Plaza. You can join their rewards club and just get so many different savings all through the year. Mention that you heard it here tonight, and you can get 20% off on a discount. So just mention that you heard it. Store-wide 20% off for today and Today, tomorrow, and not tonight. Tomorrow, Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Yes. So that's Shoe Depot. Check them out online at www.shopshoedepotbahamas.com. www.shopshoedepotbahamas.com. I love them. They got everything. They got work safety and non-slip footwear for people who are in the medical field and in construction field and hospitality, healthcare. Like I said, get all the shoes you need, great prices, and a good time. If any of those kids probably lost their shoes or damaged their shoes during the whole going back to school.
So they service the whole family.
What a great thing. From the infants all the way up to
grandmother.
Grammy and I like how the new Grammys want to be called Nana.
Nana and stuff.
Nana.
And
don't call me no Grammy boy. It's Nana.
No child.
Yeah, man. So that's a wonderful thing. Got my number still up there. Don't forget, please give me a call about any of these products or services or companies that I've spoken about tonight or any other time in the past. Also, I got to tell you, people are still asking about this Tyson deep tissue massage gun. It's amazing. Super. I use it all the time when I'm just chilling out home, watching the news or whatever it is. It's $149. It's great. It comes with about 7 or 8 or 9 different heads, and it's good for all the different areas. Get rid of all those aches and pains. You can massage yourself or you can massage your partner. So this is a great Christmas gift or anniversary gift or whatever you want. $149. It's a wonderful gift for somebody.
De-stressor.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I haven't spoken about this for a long time. I told you about this smart electric air cleaner. Shanique Miller, I don't know if I can use a word like this, but when you put it to your ear and the water goes through and it gushes and everything, it's almost orgasmic, and it just feels so good, and all that wax and all that dirt and debris is just coming right out. It feels good. And then all of that goes right into a reservoir, and you could easily take it and empty it out. But this is great. This makes you feel so, so good. Anyone with deep airwax buildup, I can't say. I know people with airwax buildup, so I can't call nobody's name on this. But yeah, you have airwax buildup, and it gets it right out. It just gets it all out, and it falls in the reservoir, and it's so easy. Now this is the Navage system. It's the exact same thing, but this is for your nose. Individuals who, I had sinus a long time in my life, and I think I still have it, like sometimes when I get my hair wet, but this is great. It gets rid of all the mucus, and it falls right down in the same reservoir down there. These are great gifts. It's a gift, it's something that's needed, and you can have it for the whole entire family. Now I'm trying to find the price on this really quickly while I'm talking to you, but I think this one, let me see, let me make sure, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say the right thing. This one here, $165, it's innovative. This device rids your ear of all the wax, all the deep ear wax that you've been interfering with your hearing. Give me a call, Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers, 552-0212, $165. There you go, get rid of all that earwax so you can hear people when they ride out. And also this one here, this one is 100 and, I think this is 100 and, okay, but I want to make sure. So they just sent me this recently while I was just getting ready to come here. Sorry about that. $189. This gets rid of all that mucus, yuck, and you'll breathe better. I think it's also ideal for individuals. What do you sleep late at night? People who have
sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea, and they have a CPAP. Yeah. They got to sleep in that machine. This is great. Get rid of all of that. So these are two wonderful devices. Also, the privacy screen. People have been calling me like that for crazy. We have those in green and black. If you're tired of nosy neighbors looking into your yard, walking by, trying to see everything what you got and everything like that, or you might be building, get yourself the privacy screen. It's 50 feet long, 6 feet tall. It's made of the nice mesh green color, or you can get it in black. It's easily affixed to any chain link fence, so you can put it up easily. It's $189. 50 feet long, 6 feet tall. You can get the straps. Straps are like $9. That's not important, but it's 6 feet tall, 50 feet long, $189. Get those, ladies and gentlemen. Stop people from looking in the yard. Let your property be private. Like I said, you might be building, might be doing some construction, or you might be you don't want your unmentionables being seen from outside, and you have your that up. So if you don't have a wall, you want the privacy screen. Lastly, before I go, you got to get the bully pill.
For the holidays.
These are going crazy. You need this for the holiday. When women come, she say, "Son, my husband ugly. You think he can still take this?" I say, "Miss, your husband take this. He look like Prince Charming." Get these bully pills. You're gonna love them. It's a wonderful thing. It's a bottle of 6 for $55, and you can enjoy it. Like I keep saying, you want a better intimate relationship with your partner, especially you guys out there. You might be dating someone or married to someone 5, 10, 15 years younger. You want to keep up that same stamina? Great. You take it, half an hour later, boom, you're ready to grow. Ready to go and grow. Hey, that's great. You'll have the biggest, hardest, stiffest erection that you've had in a long time. You're gonna love it. So many people. I had some clients all the way up to 70 something. Now I have a guy 82 years old, and he is just go winning. Man, listen here. Hey, listen, I had a really good time here tonight. I always have a great time. Shanique Miller, thank you so much. Thank you all you people for listening. And I love you guys when you come up and you say, "Hey, Ian, you're doing a great job." Every night when I see you, when you go on Shanique Miller's show, you're handsome, you're talented, you're smart, you're funny. I said, "What about Shanique Miller?" They say, "Well, Shanique Miller, she does a great job when she says, 'Here's Ian.'"
Y'all, make them feel, it's Christmas though, make them feel good. By the way, have you tried the bully pills?
Yeah, I always take this and I say, "Here, there you go." And I get reports and I write it out and I say, "Tell me about it." Hey, listen here, this is good for everybody here. This is good for everybody. I don't care what age you are. The bully pill, Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers. Thank you so much.
I thought you was gonna lie and say no. Ian, thank you very much. Once again, 552-0212. I told you all he comes armed, right? And talking about a whole lot. That air stuff is very, very good. I tell you that. The nose, all that stuff. Just give him a call. Get what you need. He's able to give you and facilitate so much more, even that he shared here this evening. Ian, thank you very much once again. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening. We certainly enjoyed having you along and look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.